Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching. Thanks for watching. My name is Duncan Henry, and today I'm going to share with you a recipe I adapted from a book I read, and we sell it in the store now, and it's super popular. It is called the Chipotle Honey Jerky. Chipotle Honey Beef Jerky. It's sweet, it's hot, and it's awesome. And I'm going to give the recipe to you. So watch this whole video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe, and let's make and season and smoke and eat some Chipotle honey beef jerky. All right, guys, I'm excited. I've been making jerky all morning. I usually do a couple videos in a row while I got the meat shop dirty. And this one I am by far most excited for. It is the Chipotle honey jerky. It's wicked good. People go bonkers for it. I got the idea for it from this book. It's called Jerky Everything by Pamela Braun from Dallas or Los Angeles or Cleveland. Anyways, this is a pretty cool book. It's got lots of neat ideas in there. Jerky Everything it's called. I've adapted the recipe though, tweaked with it and played with it a little bit, so I'm going to share it with you today. And I am making it out of a denuded eye of round. You can get eyes of rounds all over the place. They're super common. It is a muscle off of the beef hip. We're using beef for this. Denuded just means it comes pre-trimmed to expedite the jerky making process, because we can barely wait for jerky to finish. So let's remove a step by buying denuded eyes. So as you can see, it is pretty well fully leaned up, ready to go already. Just a little bit needs done here and there. Taking off as little meat as possible, because we want as maximum amount of jerky as possible, because jerky is the meat's equivalent of crystal meth. It's that good. Never had crystal meth, but the guys that do eat it, smoke it, love it. All right. Then we're going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut this with the grain. I like my jerky to have a bit of a rip, chewy, bitey feel to it. If you cut across the grain, it's going to just be like a little bit more tender, easier to chew. Then get a nice long scimitar. Cut it into 1/4-inch strips, making nice long strokes. Okay, so there is our eye cut up into little chunks to be marinated. You can see this one actually has some nice intermuscular marbling for an eye of a round, so that's going to be kind of like oily, nice beef flavor once we warm it up. We'll grab a weight on it and apply our seasoning. 1.9 kilograms. We'll be back with some yummy, yummy seasonings. Everything is portioned out, ready to go. I got the liquids, solids, and the meats. What is everything? Well, it's a bit of a, got quite a few ingredients. It's got pretty big quantities, and that's why it's got so much awesome flavor. Onion powder, 8 grams per kilogram. Garlic, 8 grams per kilogram. Chipotle, 8 grams per kilogram. White vinegar, 20 grams per kilogram. Mostly used for flavor, not really used for preservation. Soy sauce, 125 grams per kilogram. Honey, 115 grams per kilogram. Sugar, white sugar that is, 12 grams per kilogram. Pure, number 1, 3 grams per kilogram. And sodium erythorbate, 0.5 gram per kilogram. Lots of stuff, loads of flavor in this one. Super good. Pop our powder on there, the onion, garlic, chipotle. It's kind of like Asian flavors. You know, like garlic, onion, soy sauce, vinegar, honey, but that chipotle really changes things in there, makes it really good. Spread those powders all over the meat here. Then we'll add our soy sauce, vinegar, and honey. And I usually use pasteurized honey when I'm working with meats. Then you never run into any spoilage issues, although honey, I think it's pretty hard to get honey to give you spoilage issues. But I don't know, that's what I was taught in meat school, so I just use pasteurized honey now. Should have warmed it up a little bit. You don't want to be leaving any honey behind. That's it's the money in this recipe. A little honey for the money. All right, good enough in there. Mix it real thoroughly. As always, distribute that flavor everywhere so every piece has maximum flavor. Then we'll pop it in to the cooler overnight 12 hours at least, up to 24 hours. And then we'll pop it in the smoker. It's smoky, it's sweet, it's warm. Lots of, oh, can't wait. Can't wait. One last look at this yummy mass of meat before we rack it up and pop it in the little pit boss. All that extra juice in there, give it one last good stir up before it goes onto the racks. Also, don't forget to lube your racks up with some vegetable oil so that your Chipotle honey doesn't end up sticking. The honey is a little bit sticky, so be generous. It makes them easier to pull off. All right, we got the Brunswick loaded up here. First thing this morning, just warming up, not quite up to temp, but there we go. Look at that. Memphis pork bites and the Chipotle honey jerky sharing this smoke cycle. I found out yesterday that the kind of smoker floats up and down, kind of 10 degrees-ish, so I'm just gonna set it at 160 and then maybe bump it up to 170 for a little bit just to get them nice and cooked and dehydrated, but we'll check on them. It took about 5 hours yesterday, the other batch, so I'll check on them in about 5 hours. All right, that's the honey Chipotle. I'm gonna start pulling some of them off. I got a couple little bit thicker cut pieces here, but you can pull them off in stages as they finish up. These ones are nice, cooked, kind of bend but don't quite break, but they rip there, so it's pretty good sign that they're done. So I'll peel some of them out and leave the bigger ones to finish. The moment I have been waiting for. The honey Chipotle, inspired from jerky everything, is now finished. And you know what? I don't even have to taste it to know that it's good, because we make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of this for the shop every month. People love it. It's a little bit spicy, but it's also sweet. Kind of gets like a bit of a caramelly coating as that honey caramelizes, use the same word twice, over the jerky during the smoking process. This is another good one to have a little beverage with, because it's salty and hot, but sweet. I don't have to taste it, but I'm gonna, because I know it's good. Dang. I definitely recommend you make this one. I'm gonna watch the comment sections. I'm gonna see if you guys are out there making them. Let me know when you made it down in the comment section. Thank you though, guys, for watching. Give you a little bit of a different idea. Rather than your traditional jerky, something kind of new. Made out of the eye around, sliced with the grain. All this jerky probably would cost you about $30 to $40 to make total. But if you're gonna buy it in the store, it would cost you 80 bucks probably, plus or minus a bit. So make it at your home. Super delicious, pretty healthy snack. Thanks again for watching. Take care.